Hey, shalom, shalom. Most High in Christ bless. We out here with another edition of Cutz from the Streets. We out here on the 16th Street Mall to ask our people some questions when it comes down to who's the right president and why. Come to pick the brains of our people. With that, be ready for us.
Nahasa, Cutz from the Street. What's your name, sis?
Nasia.
Elijah.
Gabriel.
Antonio.
Antonio, I got a couple questions for you. Do you vote?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Why sometimes?
I used to work in politics, so I've seen a lot of stuff that it depends on what it is, but mostly local, presidential and stuff like that.
Nasia. Okay. So, do you vote?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay. You've never. How old are you?
19.
19. Okay. Word. So, do you plan on voting?
Yeah.
Okay. Who you gonna vote for?
Anybody but Donald Trump.
Why you don't like Donald Trump?
I mean, it's not like I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like, he's racist.
He's racist?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you'll be voting for Joe Biden then, right?
Not even him.
Oh, then who you gonna vote for?
Is there a woman?
Is there a woman? I think his vice president, Joe Biden's vice president is like Kamala Harris.
Then I'll vote for her.
Why you gonna? So you just gonna vote for her because she's a woman?
Yeah, she's a woman. And a woman needs to be in office.
Yeah, I actually just turned 19. It's gonna be my first year voting this year.
Okay. So this is gonna be your first time voting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So.
Threw your curveball with that one. I know you're expecting someone that's already voted.
Nah, you good, bro. I'm flowing with you.
Do you plan on voting?
Nah.
Why not?
I got no real answer for that. It's just not something that I want to participate in, to be honest.
Okay, it's not something you want to participate. You don't think voting would be beneficial to you?
It definitely would, but it's just not where I'm at in my life right now.
How do you feel it would be beneficial to you?
Because, I mean, every American citizen, they have a say, and I feel like, my choice could potentially be the winning election or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you say your vote matters.
Yeah. My vote matters. Yeah.
But you're not gonna use it.
Gotcha. Okay, I get what you're saying. So, are you gonna be voting this term coming up? No, so why not?
I mean, they already know what they're going to get.
Okay, so you saying they already got their
Yeah.
So who do you think's gonna come up?
Trump will be the president.
You think Trump gonna be
I know
president?
you ever been to a car shop?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Detroit? But you go there, they have prototypes. Like we in 2024, when you go there, they have cars like projected from like 2034.
Right.
So when anybody's in business, you're not just going to feel your way from every day. You have plans.
Right.
You have plans, so they already know.
I see what you're saying.
Why you feel that way?
Because there's really never been a woman in the office. So I feel like there needs to be one in the office.
You think a woman could be a better president than Donald Trump and Joe Biden?
Definitely.
Okay, why you feel that way?
Because, like, we're women. Women, they rule everything. Like, what?
Women rule everything?
Yeah.
How many women presidents are there on Earth right now?
Well, I don't know one.
Okay, hi then.
She's going to be the next.
Okay, is Kamala Harris black?
I'm not sure.
Nah, she ain't.
She sounds black. She's not?
Nah, she Indian.
Oh,
Yeah.
close.
No, not like Native American. She like East Indian, like
Oh, okay.
sell you weave Indian.
Oh, okay.
Who is better for Black and Latinos, Biden or Trump?
Honestly, with that one, I'm gonna have to say that you can't necessarily say either one of them is like bad for both. Like, no one's necessarily bad or good. You know what I'm saying? Because
Explain. I don't.
I say that just because at the end of the day, the people that aren't down here with us, that aren't like everyday people like us, have a different motive. They all have their own things they want to achieve. And realistically, the way I see it, if you're that high up, you're not about the lower people, you know?
Okay,
They're
so
more about themselves.
I get what you're saying. They're going to do what fits them up top, the wealthy, things like that. Okay, so
And there's like not, I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's not necessarily like how do I say? you can't really measure that.
You say every American citizen has a right to vote, right? Let me ask you a question. What's your nationality?
I'm African American and I'm Hispanic as well.
You're Hispanic. What's your dad?
My father is from Chihuahua, Mexico.
Okay.
And then my mom she was born up here in Denver, but she's just African American.
Just African American. That's crazy. So, how does voting help the Black and Hispanic community?
I mean, we get kind of the shit end of the stick every once in a while, so I feel like maybe it would help us, not look at each other as minorities.
So you think voting would help us to stop look at each other as minorities?
I mean, it would definitely play a part in a lot of things, but I feel like that's probably the most important thing to me, at least.
As a young person in today's society, I think the policies that I'm more looking for is not necessarily favoring one group of people over the other in our country, just more so because we're all in this shit together. And with how this world is now, dude, fuck, like
It's rough. So I'm gonna.
that's a deep one. That's very deep.
So I'm gonna explain why I asked that. The reason I asked is one better for Blacks and Hispanics because although we are one people in the same, I'm not one people. Although we live in the same country, our people live in poor conditions while others live in rich conditions.
Yes.
So that's why we are the ones that need the most help. Would you agree with that?
Yes and no. Yeah. Okay, there is obviously oppression due to prior circumstances in our history, but with that being said, we also have the ability to prosper, and like our heart, our mind that's our biggest weapon we have. No matter what anybody does,
Okay.
what we think is
It's still hope.
that's powerful.
basically.
Yeah.
I hear what you're
If
saying.
you have hope, you can get anything you want.
Now, what does voting do for like the Black community?
Nothing really. It doesn't really do nothing for us
So then why we do it?
because we have to.
Why do we have to?
Because they want us to.
Who's they?
The government,
Who's the government?
we don't know.
So why we do?
We'll
Wait,
never know.
So then why we do it?
Because they want us to.
So should we be voting?
No, we shouldn't. We're Black.
Okay. Okay, I like that. Okay. So just because we're Black, we shouldn't be voting?
No.
So it sounds like you still think about who to vote for. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, because realistically, like I said, man, in the beginning, everyone has their own motives, and
Okay.
like with that being said, you don't know what you're.
All right, well, let's talk about the motives then. We'll start with Trump. What does Make America Great Again mean? What did he mean by that?
The way I see it, Trump's ideology and like how he kind of moves about his presidency, he kind of mocks like how we were after like World War II when America was on top. Like we kind of reaped all the shitstorm that was left over of it. We were the powerhouse. Nobody fucked with us. The best economy. When I hear that, a lot of people think it's like white supremacy or like racism because that's kind of what we're nurtured to believe. Like
Okay.
that's what we've always known, always heard.
Okay.
I feel like with that one, he did make our economy better. That's one reason why I support Trump in a way. But then when we see with Biden, he wasn't necessarily the best for the economy, but more towards the people. You know what I'm saying?
Now, most Black and Hispanic people, where they live at?
In the ghetto?
They live in the ghetto, right? Hey, keep it a man.
Yeah.
They live in the ghetto. So Black people have been voting since what? The 50s, 60s, right?
Something like that.
69, right? 65? In the last 60 years, what has voting done to change the Black and Hispanic community?
I mean, we had a African American president. That's definitely a big part in that.
Okay.
I don't really know exactly, to be honest with you.
What did that African American president do for Black people?
Isn't it Obamacare, right? He definitely helped with, right? Or am I?
Well, Obamacare is not specifically for Black people.
Well, yeah, I know it's not just for Black people, but it definitely helped a lot of Black people.
So what did he do for Black people?
I don't know, actually.
He didn't do nothing, man. Just keep it a man. Matter of fact, under Obama deported the most Hispanics than any president ever. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay, watch this. Did you know that black people actually have to get their right to vote renewed every 25 years?
I did not know that either.
So, with that being said, is voting even really for black people?
When you put it in that perspective, no.
You know, I'm hearing in your speech, you know, kind of grouping everybody together. And I used to think like that. You know, it's natural to grow up in America and think like that. But watch what the Bible say.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5.
331.
3:31.
Yes, sir.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
So who is oppressing blacks and Hispanics?
That'd be the government, really.
The government. What race of people? You can be honest. Hey, we keep it real on this channel, man. Is it Japanese people? Is it aliens from the sky? Is it reindeer? Who is oppressing our people?
Honestly, man,
You don't want
I
to
can't
say
say
it.
it. I can't say it because I know truthfully deep down, like with this, what we're having, like policies and shit. When I was talking about your mind and your heart, that's your big weapons. Like, if you have a strong mind, a good heart, do good things, you're strong-minded, get like your goals and stuff, nothing's gonna stop you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So when we get gunned down, we don't have a voice. Nobody speaks up for us. Your mind and heart can be good, but our conditions are still low, right? And that's due to our oppression. It's just historically.
Yeah.
That's just history, right?
Yeah.
So listen to this again.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So one of our oppressors' ways is voting, right? Voting for another race of people to govern us and control us, right? We are not to vote. We are not to vote, especially for another race of people, right? Deuteronomy 17 verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
Read verse 14.
Verse 14. When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me.
So when we, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, want to put a king or a president over us, this is how we should do it.
Like as all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
Now, God got to pick that president. You can't vote for him. Do you think God's picking Trump?
I think so.
So you think God is picking Trump?
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't-
I mean, I feel like maybe, yeah. Yeah. I feel like, yeah. Yeah.
You say yeah? Well, let's see. We're going to keep reading and see the other stipulations that God puts on whoever is the leader of our people. Go ahead.
One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
So one from amongst your brethren, somebody who's black, Hispanic, Native American, and Israelite. So if we got a leader over us, it can't be somebody of another nation. You feel me?
Yeah.
So with that being said, is Trump or Biden really for us?
Nah.
Okay, you feel me?
It's not for our people's best interest, but because of the lust of our flesh, because of what we're seeing and what's being dangled in front of us, we go forward. We won't even select one of our brethren because we have been
brainwashed.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you think voting is going to change anything?
Nah, it's an agenda.
It's an agenda, right? They put who they want in the office.
Eventually fail though.
Right.
It ain't gonna profit. It's just going to appear that way. Because if you're gonna deceive anybody, if I'm talking to a woman, and I want that woman, I won't go to her and say, "Hey, lady, come." I'm gonna be very nice.
Damn. You on point.
I'm gonna be very nice to her, and I'm gonna tell her what she want to hear, and I may give her some stuff she want, only to get what I want.
Man, you cooking with fire, man. You cooking with fire. Man, finish that off. Man.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us.
And that's the whole point. These nations can't save us. That's why we set up over our own over us, which is Christ. Christ is the one, he's a black man. He's the black Messiah that's gonna save us. You know what I'm saying? So voting ain't gonna change not a thing in the community. You understand what I'm saying?
We see, I believe this even like black on black crime, all the stuff you see us do to ourselves. We can march, we can rally, we can do all of that, but it's only one that's going to bring peace.
Right.
Because if man could do it, we wouldn't need him.
Damn. Hey, you on fire. I appreciate that, man.
sir,
Thank you for
yes,
your
sir.
time. Shalom, Most High Christ bless. This been Cutz from the Streets, 16th Street Mall edition. We was out here picking the brains of our people, trying to figure out why they vote, whether it's good or not. Republican, Democrat. With that, we say shalom.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
What is nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.